Then Feel Good Friday, we always have a good time, but also we also try as much as possible to have drive conversations that are very, very important for us to talk about, because we always try as much as possible to find solutions. It's very easy for us to point fingers and say, yeah, you did this or you did that, or it's because of you that my life is like this. And that is not helping, okay? So we try as much as possible and find solutions on our shows every Thursday and Friday. So today is Feel Good Friday, but we made a promise yesterday, and that is to finish on toxic relationships and when and how to walk away. And is there a thing like the right time to walk away? So be sure to tune in till the end of the show to understand that and much more. And our guests, Peris Wanjiku, who is a life coach, was here yesterday, gave us very beautiful insights, but also said you need to have a plan. Said you just wake up in the morning and then you decide, me, I'm leaving, and then you tell your partner who is toxic that me, I'm leaving. Something can happen, okay? So you need to have a plan. But in the event that you choose to stay, you also need to learn how to cope with the same. So she's going to give us the tips again on those people who choose to stay, on how best they can cope. So Peris, hi.
Hello.
Thank you very much for coming by. I really, really appreciate your time and accepting our call to come back. And before we get on with the discussion, so just say hi to our people.
Hello, everybody.
Leo.
So I'm here again on New Day Show, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
We shall help each other in this journey of life.
Yeah. It can be tough sometimes. We need each other to venture and of course to just wade through life. And you look very beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Very, very beautiful.
I'm humbled.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start with, because yesterday we had started on toxicity. How do you know that you are in a toxic relationship or marriage? And what do you do? So can we just go through them very briefly? Toxic marriage, really, what is it, and how do I know that my partner is toxic? Because, like I said, sometimes we can ignore.
Okay, Winnie. Now, we said toxic relationship is a relationship that puts your life at risk.
Yeah.
We said that when we say there are several signs to know that you're in a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
And once you see the signs, the signal, you know that now it's my time to think about my own life.
Yeah.
Because if you just stick there, and actually in the evening there was such a case whereby a woman just chopped off the hands of the lover or something like that. And you see, maybe she did not just take the machete and although the case is in court, you're not supposed to talk about it.
Yeah.
However, these are some of the examples of the things that happen in real life.
Yeah.
So that shows us that toxic relationships are there.
They are.
So we are supposed to, number one, if you are planning to stay, because maybe you have come too far to look back.
Yeah, I remember we talked about stakes yesterday.
Yeah.
But I liked what you said. You said nothing is worth your life. And I think that is a message that people need to carry with them on a daily basis, because like we said, people think, but we have established business, we have established wealth, we have children involved. How do I walk out of all this? But I liked what you said. No person or material things is worth your life. You need to put yourself first.
Yeah, because it's a process to heal.
It is.
Again, some people have invested so much in the relationship, so they might feel like I cannot quit. So we are not here to tell someone that living is the best option.
No.
There's the option of staying, but then when you stay, how do you stay?
How do you stay? Yeah.
Because number one, by this time you have learned, you have developed resilience, and you have learned to cope. So, however, because we also said yesterday, when it is time to go and you signal to your spouse that you want to go, it can be a bit risky.
It can be,
So we did not mention how to go about it.
Plan, and we'll talk about it a little bit later. But for now, in terms of then, how does that begin? You know, because people say, but they were okay, they were loving, they were caring, they were this, they were that. When does that begin? You know, toxicity really, when does it begin? Because there's some people who are from the onset, you can clearly tell this person, no, okay? But there's some who, like you said, they can manipulate, they can pretend, they can put on this other face, and you fall into their trap, and then by the time you realize, hey, this person is really toxic, it's almost always too late, you know? So when does it begin really? Or they begin from way when you guys are starting to date, but it's just that's how we tend to ignore because we're blinded by love.
Yesterday we talked about character.
Yeah.
And we said what is important is first of all you learn the character of your
Of
spouse
this person,
before
yeah.
you settle.
Yeah.
So we said you don't just wake up one morning and choop, I'm in the marriage.
No.
You need to have that period of knowing each other,
courting,
courting, learning the character, getting to know the person better.
Yeah.
However, we also mentioned that people put on a face mask.
And they can pretend for a while.
Yeah, they can pretend
Yeah.
until now you are inside. Now you're already inside.
Yeah.
Things have gone sour. So what do you do now from there?
Yeah.
We said if your life is at risk, you need to seek help. Usikufe peke yako.
Yeah.
Because there are helplines all over the world.
Yeah.
There are associations and societies that have come up to help both men and women.
Yeah.
Because these things are happening both ways. It is no longer a one-side thing.
No.
So we say that you seek help.
Help, yeah.
And when you seek help, by the time the relationship gets to the toxic level, please note that the person has now manipulated you so much. The people who come to seek help, they say that even when the spouse knocks the door, they fear. They fear so much because by this time, they are somehow terrorized inside themselves. And so they feel like they are not even safe.
Yeah.
Some people, the abusers, they even go to the extent of putting surveillance cameras
Yeah.
to monitor you. So you end up living like you are in prison in your own life. So that's why we are saying you need to be very wise.
Yeah.
In case you want to quit.
You want to quit. Okay.
If you want to seek help, number one, don't use your own phone. Nowadays, nowadays there are so many apps where people can follow you.
Yeah. And track what you're doing.
And track what you are doing.
Yeah.
Listening on your conversation, on your messages.
Yeah.
So if you, in case you are seeking help and your spouse out of the way, they have terrorized you and probably out of anger, you mentioned that you want to quit.
You want to quit, yeah.
They have put you in that prison and now they don't want you to go.
Yeah.
So in this case, you need to use another phone to seek help,
Yeah.
just in case yours.
Or they can easily go through your phone and find either calls or messages.
Yeah, even
or
diverted calls.
Yes.
So that when I call you, someone else is also listening in. And then now, of course, when they learn that you are seeking help, I'm putting you at risk.
True.
You understand?
Yeah.
Number two, you're supposed to be with good relationship with external people.
All right.
Like say, for example, your neighbors.
Okay.
Usijifungia kwa nyumba na stress.
And you know, that neighbor thing, there's a certain group I'm in, and I think there was violence in one of the person's houses. And then the lady was like, I don't know what to do. Do I call the police? But if I call the police, what if when the police come, they reveal that it's me who's called the police? Or if the police come and then they decide to, you know, sort of support each other, and then the police are like, Connie, sister, why are you? You know, like it becomes even difficult for people to know what to do, you know, help you or not help you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You need to create rapport. With your neighbors.
Yeah.
Even a signal sign.
Oh, yeah.
I have a lady who came to seek help, and she was telling me that the neighbor could even come and pretend to borrow salt. It was in a village somewhere.
Yeah.
Because of the way the spouse could take the cups and throw them at the window. So when the neighbor had, she always went to knock.
Yeah.
And say, excuse me,
No,
help me with some salt.
Yes.
And then when the woman would go and take the salt, nilikuwa nakuja kuangalia kama umeuliwa.
Sawa.
You understand?
Yes.
So this lady was sure that she's safe because at least somebody can seek help.
Yes.
Because
On their behalf,
the spouse in this case was violent. The first thing he could do was to take the phone,
Yeah.
hit the wall with it.
Yeah.
So that now you have no way of communicating.
True.
Then take cups. The kids are under the bed.
Yeah.
So that's why we are saying you need to come up with a plan. I want to live. I will live in a, number one, in a legal way.
Yeah.
And number two, in a safe way.
Yeah.
So seek help.
Okay.
Visit institutions. In some countries, they call them shelters,
Yeah.
where they can even take you in.
Yeah.
Most shelters actually have places that can accommodate you. Even if you, for example, even if you have kids, you and your kids, then if the situation is really bad, they can even go at the extent of opening a business for someone.
For someone, yeah.
They follow up the case.
Yeah.
in our country, we have the feeder. For the men, they have an association that men go and ask for help.
Yeah.
So don't die alone.
Okay.
In other words,
yeah.
In a nutshell, seek help.
Seek help. And it's okay to do so.
It is okay.
Because most people would say, yeah, you're weak, you can't handle this. You know how sometimes people say, and I think we were discussing this yesterday after the show, where sometimes people say, for a relationship to thrive, there has to be, I don't know, a bit of all these things to test whether you are strong enough to handle that. But no, that should not be the case.
Well, some people believe that even for me to learn that my husband loves me, that lazima akugonge kidogo. But I think in this era, it's a bit outdated.
Yeah.
Because it is your life you're talking about.
Yes.
And let me tell you, Winnie,
kugonge forever.
Ngumi ikiingia kwa mwili haiwezi toka.
No.
If you lose your hands,
yeah,
you might heal, but they cannot grow.
Exactly.
You remember we had a case of a certain lady called, am I allowed to mention the name? Whose hands were cut.
They were,
and now she has plastic ones.
Yes. Like life changes, you know.
So even if you forgive, your life will never be the same.
The scar and everything else,
So you see, it creates a trauma in your life.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, if the kids are involved, create mechanisms. Like if so and so come and try to do this, we shall do this and this. Yesterday I even talked about the case where you park your car facing the gate. Getting to the house with an unlocked car, you have a spare key, kukiharibika, run for your life, and then you can solve later. Because you see, when some people are in anger, they are not able to control it. Especially when they are under influence. Because you realize most toxic relationships, they don't have, people are not just the calm people. They are people under influence, probably into drugs, alcohol and they are under some sort of influence.
Okay. All right. Now, you know, when we talk about, again, toxicity, I think the first thing that comes to mind is violence. This person is either physically abusive, you know, or verbally abusive and stuff. But there's some people who, I don't know, like they're silent, but they're very toxic, you know, the narcissistic people, the psychopaths. Can we just address that? Because I think most people suffer in silence and they say, no, but they're really nice. But then again, they're not nice. You know, so can we address those?
Yeah, they call it Cold War.
Yes.
They are, somebody will not talk to you.
No.
They will not give you food. They are not assaulting you. But you see, emotionally, that's not what you bargained for when you join the marriage. So in such a case, the first thing you're supposed to do is to check, like we said yesterday, why? We have come this far. We are very happy. We said the vows. We came together and made a lifetime deal. So right now, why have we come this far? Could I be the problem? Where did I go wrong? You know, if the person is the one who is ignoring you, insist on talking to them.
You remember a caller that we had yesterday? She said, me, I've tried. I've tried talking to them. They're not talking to me back. You know, it's difficult.
I know it's difficult, but you know, goodness always surpasses evil.
That's true.
And you don't, two wrongs don't make a right. Ukininyamazia na mimi nikunyamazie, you know.
Tutasaidiana. Okay.
And there are some, maybe there are kids who are involved and they will suffer.
They will suffer. You know, most people always say that, oh, it's G kids, there are kids in the picture, so we cannot really, you know, leave and all those things. But again, you have to take care of yourself. All right, let's take a look at some of the feedback right now and listen to what people are saying. And this is as far as, again, toxic relationships are concerned. A lot, like we said yesterday, we received so many questions that we were not able to handle. So let's just take a look at some of the questions. There are some who are saying, say hi. Good morning. Please say hi to Peris. I know her. No, this one we actually read this yesterday. But there's someone who is saying, I love the guest. Hello guys, I love your discussion. Someone is asking, what if you're married to a man and his parents do not like you at all? What can you do about it? And this is where we move from Kiambu. We'll be answering that in just a moment because we have a lot of questions. People always send in about their in-laws. You know, me, let's say my husband loves me or my spouse loves me, my wife loves me. But then again, when it comes to their family, that is where there's a very big problem. You know, they do not like me. So then what do you do in such a case? Because they can be toxic, you know. And we had a case some time back where someone actually called and said, me, and my husband, we were cool. But then again, there was a person who made me to leave was my brother-in-law. They were very toxic. So, how then do you deal with toxic in-laws? Not per se your husband, but your in-laws. So I believe we can answer this one. Where it says, his parents do not like you at all. What do you do about it?
Winnie, you did not get married to the parent.
That's true. That is true.
Even biblically, where what God has put together, let no one put asunder. The in-laws have no say as such in this relationship.
Okay.
However, give them, the Bible says, give to Caesar what is due to Caesar.
True.
So I'm not here to say that if you're a wife, you go abusing the in-laws, telling them, now this is my husband. Just play your part. Respect is earned.
It is, yeah.
It is not demanded. Of course, they'll feel like you came, you took our son.
Yes, especially if it's like the only son.
Not really our son or even our daughter.
Or even our daughter, yeah.
Or even, maybe before you came in the picture, they were the beneficiaries.
Yeah, and then now you came in.
So here is where we apply now wisdom.
Yes.
You apply wisdom so that in case maybe, that's why I talked about, before you jump into the thing, please learn to know this person.
Yeah.
For example, he or she could be the elder person in the family. And maybe they took a loan to educate this person so that he may help in the family or she may help in the family. So the person was paying fees and providing for the family, and then you come
into
somebody's house, and then you claim that now from today no coin will ever go. My sister,
no,
you'll have it rough.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, give Caesar what is due to Caesar.
What belongs to the Caesar, yeah.
However, there are some in-laws, no matter how you treat them, no matter what you do,
they will always be on your case.
In that case, I will say, click ignore.
Okay. Okay.
Know that I came here, we talked with my spouse, whether I married here or I was married here.
Yeah.
I came, we discussed and we agreed that now we are building our home.
Yeah.
Just put boundaries.
Yeah.
Do not pretend from the word go.
That's the thing. I think that's the common mistake that we do. We pretend that we're
because
all
that's what
nice and stuff.
many people do.
They would want to be treated the same way all the time.
You see, you pretend to agree to the terms, and then in the course you change. There'll be trouble.
There will be trouble, of course.
Because human beings resist change.
Yeah.
So when you come from day one, that's why we talked about now, being independent.
Yeah.
Again, when you go to somebody to live with someone for the rest of their life, don't go and become their burden.
Yeah.
Be someone who will bring something in this relationship.
Yeah.
I'm getting married to this tall, dark, and handsome guy who has all this. What about me? What do I have?
What do I have?
And if I don't have, what am I planning to bring in?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because I think the conflict comes when maybe if I'm the lady getting married to this guy, and now I've gone and become a burden to him because, no one will want their son misused.
Yeah.
Or their daughter,
misused.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that's why I said before you get committed, even you go to the extra step of
meeting your parents,
or even settling down. Let me put it like that.
Yeah.
That time, at least talk.
Yeah. And even understand their role. I like what you're saying, because now, if you do not understand the role they play in their family, and then you just come with your own rules and your own boundaries, of course, there's going to be
conflict.
There's conflict.
Yeah.
Okay, so understand their role that they play in the family. Also, try and, as much as possible, and be supportive of the same. But no matter what you do, if they're still toxic, ignore and set boundaries.
And again, the spouse now, the one who was taking care of the family.
Yes.
Now this spouse, again, know that you are no longer alone.
Yeah. There's someone else who's
there's someone else
in your
whom
life.
you have brought into your life.
Yeah.
And therefore, there's also that part. You are no longer the mommy's boy or mommy's girl. Now you are somebody's husband or somebody's wife.
Yeah.
I'm saying this because some ladies, because they were independent and they were their favorite in their family, they are married. They are forever quo.
All the time.
After all, I have the money.
Yes.
And you see, you are under someone now.
True.
You have agreed.
Yeah.
So you see, you must learn to balance these
things.
So that you can dilute the toxicity
in
of
that
the relationship.
sense. Okay, then. Hi, someone else says, hi, what would you do when you find out that the tribe is making your marriage toxic, whereby the parents choose another wife for their son? Okay, they continue to say, like, you were living with a man for 4 years and then all of a sudden his parents choose a wife for him. You have had plans together, but because of that, the man turns wild and follows the will of his people. No attention, no time. There's a kid involved as well. I am a Kamba and the man is Maasai, and I'm just 25, he is 31. So tribe is a big issue, and the parents decide, you must marry from our tribe, so we're going to get a wife for you.
Oh, now culture. Culture again can be a bit disturbing.
Yes.
However, from the word go, when you are introducing yourselves, even the names.
Yeah. Clearly they tell where you're
from. They tell.
Yeah.
I am from this and this tribe.
Yeah.
But in this era, Winnie, I don't think tribe should be an issue. In this era, people have outgrown these cultural things.
Yeah.
So that's why I talked yesterday about character. And if you see, from what I'm getting, is that they had an affair, they got a child, they are not yet married.
I think they say they're married. They've lived together for 4 years.
Oh, okay.
And there's a child involved. So technically they are married, and the parents know that she's Kamba and the guy is Maasai. But then they decide, you know what, no, you must get away from Maasai land, you know? And there's a child. So do you leave? Do you stay? How do you handle this?
Now, about the child, if the relationship is toxic and it ends up in separation, there are channels of the child not suffering.
Oh, yeah.
Because there are institutions that protect the child's right. As the parent, whether you are from which tribe or from which tribe, or as long as you brought the child, now that child is your responsibility.
Yeah. And then what
the
I'm
tribe
getting,
does not matter.
It doesn't matter, true. And then what I'm getting is they said that the man has turned wild and decided to follow the will of their people. So doesn't give her the attention and doesn't give her the time. So this person is also together with the toxic family, you know?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
In that case, I would advise the writer, she's very young.
Yeah, she's only 25.
At 25, why do you want to live for the next 55 years of your life under rejection? Those are the red flags I was talking about yesterday. I feel the character of this guy indicates that this guy will never stand with the lady.
Yeah, because he's following the will of the people.
And remember, we are talking about for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So 25 is too young, and it's true she has made a mistake. So far, where the farther she has come, there's a problem. But I feel like 25 is still young. She can still pick up the pieces of her life and continue with a better life, especially because the guy has become violent.
Yeah.
Everywhere there is violence and your life is at risk, I don't advocate you stay.
To stay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But like we always say, you have the decision. Counselors, life coaches only coming to help you towards the same. All right. So let's this one and then we'll answer it after a break because we have to take a break right now, which says, hello, Ebru. I'm in a toxic marriage. I have decided to let go, though I have 2 kids. But my problem is this man. He warned me never to try leaving him or it will end in the grave. Okay, that part. Now, I have ever tried, but he blocked and it wasn't good. Now, I'm wondering, what should I do? Because I'm depressed here. He's a drunkard and a womanizer. Sometimes he goes for 4 days, even without communicating. His phone is full of ladies. They meet and love messages, and continues to say, what do I do? Because I wanted us to separate peacefully and then maybe let people know about it later. Please help me. I have cried enough and even lost a lot of weight. That's quite sad, but can we take a break and then we'll come back and answer this question? Remember, you can call us live on 0791 478 The lines are open. And please, when you call, put your TV on mute or just turn down the volume so that we can communicate very well. And also tell us where you're watching the show from. Keep sending your questions on our WhatsApp number 0777672230 or our SMS line 40920. So we're taking a very short break. We'll see you right after. Welcome back. Glad you're still with us. Now, let's quickly go to your questions because I can see our time is far much spent. Remember, the topic of discussion today is about toxicity in marriages and how and when do you leave, and if you choose to stay, then how do you cope? So there's this question about, again, toxic marriage. She decided to let go. They have 2 kids, but the problem is the man, you know. So the man had never tried to leave him or it will end in a grave. And then the lady says, I have ever tried, but he blocked and it wasn't good. Now I'm wondering, what should I do? Because I'm depressed here and he's a drunkard and a womanizer. Sometimes he goes for 4 days even without communicating, and his phone is always full of ladies and they meet and love messages. So what do I do? Because I wanted us to separate peacefully, but then maybe let people know about it later. Please help me because I have cried enough and I have lost a lot of weight.
Oh, it's a sad one.
Sad.
However, when it reaches such a point of depression, you really need help.
Yeah.
Number 1, I would advise you to seek help from a counselor or a religious leader. It could be a pastor or something like that. Number 2, in this country, there are laws that protect all of us.
Yeah.
The laws of the land accommodate everyone.
Yeah.
Regardless of their status. In case there's violence and your life is threatened, you need to go and report to a police station. Andikisha kwa OB, my life is under threat. So that in case something even could ever happen, there'll be a record that
you once reported this.
Yeah. Because, like the way I gave you the story of the gas.
Yeah.
You remember the way we talked yesterday about the gas?
Yes.
So when someone is putting your life under threat, nobody deserves to live in prison in their own marriage.
True. True.
Number 2, then you're supposed to alert. That's why I had said the mechanisms of staying.
Yeah.
You know, before you go, I said just don't wake up one morning and tell the person, I'm leaving you. It will be risky.
Yeah.
Before you go, seek counsel, first of all, to build your esteem. Because I sense a lot of depression in that lady.
Yeah.
Because, number 1, she's wondering, if I go and my spouse is violent, what will happen to my kids?
Yeah.
She's sounding desperate.
Yeah.
Even probably wondering, nitaanzia wapi? Talk to someone.
Yeah.
That's why I talked about the signals. Number 2, hata kama si kwa police, enda kwa chief.
Yeah.
We have the office of the president in the capacity of a chief.
Yeah.
Let the guy be summoned.
Yeah.
Let him be given a warning that if anything happens to this lady,
you're responsible.
you are responsible.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Then from there, now let the girl now be able to open up to someone, because you realize some people are inside. Can you imagine someone going for 4 days, sleeping around in this era of HIV and of COVID-19?
Yes.
Even your life is at risk.
It's at risk, yeah.
So I'd tell the girl to seek help, or maybe even you can give them my number so that we can see how we can support each other.
All right. All righty. And then someone else says, hello, my partner had exhibited signs of leaving before, but she insisted that she wanted us to continue. So I really love her more than life, and I wanted our relationship to grow. When she lost our baby, I was there for her every step of the way, but she said she needed time. Of time off. So right now, she told me that she wanted us to break up, that I'm no longer her boyfriend, but just a friend. However, she says she still loves me. I'm confused. What do I do?
It's interesting.
Yeah.
But you cannot be in and out.
Yeah.
You are either in
or you're out.
Please, let's stop wasting each other's time.
Okay.
Kama uko, uko. Kama hauko, basi hauko.
Yeah.
Let face the girl or the boy. Ask them, what do you want?
Yeah.
You know, they say life is too short to be wasted on the wrong person.
That's true.
So that someone can know the way forward.
Yeah. Or maybe she's grieving. You know, I mean, according to what the person says, is that she lost the baby, right? So maybe she's grieving and she just wants some time to grieve, and then maybe.
But you know, if it's grieving,
Yeah.
the girl should say, please
yeah, 'cause
allow me.
Oh yeah, some time off to at least grieve. Because she says, you're not my boyfriend, you're just my friend.
You understand? Now she's wasting this guy's
This guy's time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So just let her go. And you never know, maybe they'll come back or not. Hi. Someone else says, hi, Cliff says, I have a lady whom we have dated for around 1.5 years. Recently, I have received pressure from her and her family to go to her place. I do not have any problem with that, but I wanted to build a house first before I go there. Okay. And again, I have to gather some cash to enable me fulfill this, but due to the effect of the current pandemic, things haven't worked out for me. So recently, she came for all her stuff at my place, claiming that she has been forced to do so until I go to her home. I'm confused about this situation because I don't know why they decided that way. I need your advice, please, because we both love each other.
Now, this is where the parents don't make a mistake.
Yeah.
Your kids are not for sale. I think the joy of your children is more important than any material thing.
True.
Because again, if, for example, you force this man to like buy off your child, you know, it's like you are selling your child, maybe even something you can compare to slavery.
Yeah.
Again, I'll tell Cliff, it is your life. It is not your in-laws to make decisions for you. Put your foot down as a man. Tell them, I will come when I am ready.
I like that.
Because you don't have to succumb to their pressure.
Yeah.
Because even Kenyan economy, we are crying.
Everybody's
In
crying.
this, the whole world is crying because of COVID-19.
Yeah.
So put your foot down. You are in charge of your family.
Yeah.
Face the girl.
Yeah.
Tell her, it is our family.
Yeah.
Things will go this way. If now she opts to go with the family's
parents,
wish, then she'll have herself to blame.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'll tell now Mrs. Cliff, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it is your own marriage, it
Yeah.
is your own life.
Yeah.
It is not your mother's marriage or your father's marriage.
Yeah.
They have had their own.
Their own. Yeah.
I'll also talk to the in-laws. Please, wazazi, tuachane na boma za watoto. Because we have our own, isn't it?
Yes.
So, I'll ask parents kindly,
And
even if you're
support
involved,
them. Yeah.
be involved at a distance.
Yeah.
But usiingilie watoto
Yeah.
until now you're the cause of the conflict.
problem, yeah.
Making other people's marriage toxic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And plus, the guy does not have a problem going there. So just give him time.
Especially
to be ready.
that.
Yeah, because there's some who don't even want to go. This one wants to go, but when he is ready. So please allow him time. Okay. Someone else says, hi, my name is Samuel, watching from Makadara. I have an issue. I have been dating this girl. We have been okay. But the problem is that she has been there. But she came for a longer relationship that ended badly, or from a relationship, or a longer relationship, okay, fine, that ended badly. I have been good, but I think she sees that what happened to her past relationship, the way she was dedicated and got betrayed, is hunting him down, her down, I think, and got betrayed. Okay, and she told me lately that she wants to be alone. I gave her some time. What should I do? And I love this girl so much. So I think she was betrayed. The relationship ended badly and it wasn't good. So she's like, maybe it's going to happen the same way with this one. Now this guy is like, what do I do? Because I love this guy so much.
Once bitten,
Twice shy.
so somebody who has gone through an experience, they will not react like someone who is fresh.
Yeah.
Number one, they are a bit careful.
Yeah.
They are a bit careful because they have had an experience,
Yeah.
and they have known that at first it was like this, then things started going like this, and it
Yeah.
ended up like this.
Yeah. So they're being cautious.
So I think that's a question of being a bit too cautious.
Yeah.
Again, I'll tell the girl, if they are together, let past be past.
Embrace them.
Live a day at a time.
Yeah.
So that at least you don't now bring your baggage of history into this new relationship.
Yeah.
And you know, this has really affected very many people. Because it's just like the way you can have an accident and then have a scar.
Yeah.
You have a scar on your hand,
Yeah.
that scar will not go.
It will not
People
go.
will know you have a past, yes. But you should not let that scar stop you
Yeah.
from continuing with life.
Yeah.
Again, this, my friend from Makadara, could it be you are the one who is telling the lady, ndio maana ulitupwa?
Could be. Yeah.
You have to look at it from that
From
angle.
that angle as well. Yeah.
Because maybe even we are the ones who caused the conflict. because of repeating each other's past. When something, before you took her in, you knew she had a past.
Yeah.
So accept the new her and now live your family as the right now.
Yeah.
Whatever happens 20 years ago, or 10 years ago, or 5 months ago should not be something that should be a subject of negotiation right now.
In the current relationship.
Yeah.
And even support her. I mean, now that you know what happened in her past, support her. Because like you said, maybe niona she don't kimkumbusha what happened
Yeah, it's true.
in their past. All right. And then someone else says, hi, I'm Esther, and my husband who showed his mother everything about me. Na pia, my mother-in-law husema to rent a 2-bedroom apartment, akujaishi na sisi. Is it
Oh, my
possible?
goodness.
Mother-in-law akujaishi na. Why not after nyumba 2-bedroom, mother-in-law anataka bedroom moja?
Why would mother-in-law want to come to somebody's house? Yeah, hana kwake. Could it be that her own marriage is toxic, so she's looking for some refuge?
Way out.
Anyway, I would advise this couple,
Yeah.
leave your own marriage.
Yeah.
If there's a lot of money, let them rent a house. Because probably the mother is suffering. Maybe they are not housed, they are outside.
Yeah.
So in case it's such a scenario, because we don't know,
Yeah.
in case the mother does not have a place to stay, then they can rent her own house.
Yeah.
Aishi maisha yake, she be coming here like a guest.
Yes.
But you
Not to
cannot
live
live two women
together.
in the same house
No.
because you'll not even have a space.
No. Okay. All right. So, tafutiwe kama ana place ya kuishi huko. Asikuje because I mean
Akikuja huku akuja kama mgeni siku mbili, end of story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hiya. Then someone else says, hello ladies, you look gorgeous. Thank you very much. I says, I'm Aggie Leslie from 019. Now, what if the man drinks a lot? He doesn't help in anything like paying rent. And when I talk to his mother, she says that I'm the reason why he drinks. Hiya, the mother sides with the guy. Hiya, I do pay the rent, I buy food, and I'm being blamed. And when I try to talk to him, he says that the mother is bringing another woman to get married by him. Should I move on and let him and his mother be? I think that's a very direct answer, but go ahead.
Well, I would not tell you to go
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, it's your choice.
It's your choice, yeah.
However, you need to know that marriage is something that is permanent. Are you willing to live with a drunk for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Are you willing to stay with a big baby? Because as it is, this person is being controlled by the mother.
Yeah.
If the person was a man who is married, they're supposed to be controlling their own lives, not to be controlled by their own
The
parent.
mother, yeah.
So, if you really love this person, have you suggested help?
Yeah.
Because we don't know why the person is drunk.
Yeah.
Could it be that they are also depressed? Because in these hard times, life has become too hard.
Too hard, yeah.
And also because of the way people are idle during quarantine.
Yeah.
Some people, alcoholism increased
Yes.
in the season because of the time and the curfew. People could take drinks and bring them to the house. So now you see, mtu anakunywa mbili na zoea. So I feel at the end of the day, we need to know the reason why this person is a drunk, so that we can know how to help.
To help them, yeah.
And then, has the person said that there's violence?
No. No, it's just the mother anasema mimi nitamletea bibi mwingine.
And if the person is drinking,
Yeah.
is he drinking his own money or the
Or
lady's
again,
money?
yeah, because she
Why
says,
will the
"Hakuna
mother
kitu
say
anafanya." Yeah.
that the reason is drinking?
It's because of
Could it
you.
be she's nagging? So it's a dynamic question.
Yeah, that we don't really know much about. But she says, I mean, hakuna kitu anafanya basically. So it's the lady who pays the rent, buys the food, does everything, but still she's being blamed like she's the bad person.
But you see, some men
in this relationship.
Men generally, they have an ego that they try to protect.
Yeah.
Especially when they don't have, when the lady is independent, they feel somehow like unaringa because you're the breadwinner.
Yeah.
So I think that lady needs to talk to someone.
Yeah.
So that they can know these details, so that we
Yeah.
can know the angle to which we can help.
To take. Okay then. And then let's answer this two together. This one says, hi ladies, I'm Frederick Apopo from Kangemi. The topic of the show today is what I'm struggling with. So I will not comment anything, but your advice to those of the viewers will be important to me. All right, thank you very much. And then someone else says, hi, I'm Julie from Thika. I'm in a relationship with this guy and he does not like me talking or having man friends. And I have a daughter. She is 3 years. And there was a time I went to visit him with my daughter. Then when we were there, I had my daughter crying and I was taking a shower. So I came out quickly to know what was wrong, and I found that this guy had locked her in the bedroom and he was comfortably eating. Then when he saw us, he started asking, what's wrong with her? I just kept quiet and prepared and went back home. So what should I do about him? Anyanyima mtoto chakula, locked the child in the bedroom and then him he's eating. Okay.
Oh dear. In this case,
Yeah.
I find the guy in the relationship is suffering from mistrust.
Yeah.
Number one, because I sense this girl came in with the child. The guy is insecure, thinking that maybe they are still together with the father of this child.
Yeah.
There's that insecurity.
Okay.
So that's why the guy is somehow like being protective, because uko na mimi sahi, ufai kuongea na any other man. And you see, men are generally jealous.
Yeah.
However, now it's upon the lady now to reassure and prove to the guy that I had that past, I got this baby, and now you are the one. But again, you guy, because you allowed this woman to come into your life with a child, where I come from, we have a proverb that says, when you love the cow, you also love the calf.
The calf.
So there's no you can separate.
Yeah.
And if I was in the situation of this lady, someone locking my house, my baby in a bedroom just to eat, how sure am I that even if I ever sire him children, he will be responsible?
Yeah.
So that guy needs to man up.
Yeah. If we could just say, okay, we have less than 3 minutes to go, so let's answer these two very briefly. This one says, hello, Winnie and Madam, you look great, and I'm Jani from Naivasha. I'm loving the show. Now, I've been in a relationship for the last 2 years. He cheated on me. We talked and we completed the issue, but we decided to separate. Of late, he wants me back, but I have not decided to go back. Whenever he asks me for intercourse, I say no. He insults me, but I totally have no feelings for him. Should I give in or no? That's question one. And then another question says, I have been married for 3 years. My child is 2 years. My husband has been talking with other women on WhatsApp, like Wanambiana, how they love each other. He doesn't talk to me. He shows me how miserable I am. I want to leave, but I'm unable because I'm sick. I have a chronic pelvic pain and I have nowhere to go because my parents have nothing. Please advise. Can we start with this and then finish with the other one?
Don't stay in a place because you are desperate. At the end of the day, you have a life to live. And people should know that life is once. It's not a rehearsal.
Yeah.
Usijifinyie pahali just to please the society and to wonder what watasema aje. Let them say for 9 days. On the 10th day, they'll forget everything.
And find something else to talk about.
And find something else to do.
Okay.
The other one, don't go sleeping around with someone who does not love you.
Yeah.
Or whom you don't love.
Yeah.
If you had a past and it is over, move on and let things be clear.
Yeah.
Again, don't be here and there, because it could be, why would for this guy to ask for intercourse from this lady? It means there's communication. So maybe this girl is giving hope and then refusing on other matters. It is not fair.
It's not fair.
Just be firm.
All right.
Are you there or you are not
you're
there?
not there. All right, then. So we have to end the show, but just allow me to read this one comment. Says, having lived a life surrounded by toxic people, I know the damage it causes. They all begin with being nice and smiles. In other cases, saved and love God. And then in a flash, you see a monster crawling out of them like you never knew them at all. Continues to say, I have and still training myself to expect disappointments. Before having known God for a little while now, I know that our own spirits will warn us against toxic people, which sometimes it's true. And we as a people have refused to be close to God because that will sharpen the sensitivity of your spirit to no toxicity. That place where you say, my spirit caught this, but my heart overlooked it, we should stop blaming finances and pressures of life. The devil uses relations to break people, and God uses relations to build people. And on that note, we have to end the show. Peris, as always, thank you very much for coming by. And of course, thank you very much for staying with us as well until the end of the show. That is where we have to put a stop, but I believe you have been answered to your satisfaction. I'll see you in the next few minutes for the day's top stories, and that is on Ebro News 1 p.m. But in the meantime, God bless, stay safe, and enjoy your weekend. We'll see you in a short while. Goodbye.